Good morning, welcome to Maths Today, which is Thursday, okay, the 21st of January, and your maths skill today is to add and subtract fractions. I hope you're feeling okay today and you're not feeling too stiff after yesterday's PE, okay? I know the children in school worked extremely hard, and Seb was our winner with his plank. Okay, he could plank for the longest and his was, I think, just under 3 minutes, something crazy. But you'll be pleased to know that my new record was set in the classroom and I did a plank for a minute, if you didn't already see that on Discord, but I was very proud of my new attempt. So if anything, it taught us perseverance, so keep going. Okay, so back to maths then. We have got your arithmetic today, which is your bronze challenge, which is your 9 times tables. You've got silver challenge, which are balancing equations, okay, balancing calculations. So you've got, for instance, your first one, 422 plus something equals 569. Okay, so to do that, you'll need to subtract 422 from 569. Okay, because you're finding the inverse. And then your goal challenge today. Okay, we're just partitioning times tables. You don't need to find out the answers. Okay, you're just partitioning them. Okay, good luck with that. Pause the video, come back when you're ready. Okay, so here are your answers. Okay, just go through those. Make sure you're happy with the ones that you've got right, or if not, double check, do them again. Okay, hopefully you're really taking your time with these and trying to complete them all rather than just rushing through and getting a few. Okay, so really try your hardest with those. Okay, so let's recap. Convert these improper fractions to mixed numbers. So here are your improper fractions. Okay. So an improper fraction is a fraction which is has a larger numerator and a smaller denominator, remember? Okay, so to work out the mixed number, you need to think how many 7s go into 13, because it shows 13 divided by 7, and then how many are left over. So how many holes have you got and how many parts? Did you hear that beep again? The beeping had fixed. It had been fixed. We've got new fire alarms. I've just had a beep. It's not on. I need to investigate this. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. So then, yeah, so you're finding the mixed number out of these improper fractions. Okay. Pause the video, come back when you're ready for the answers. Okay, so the first one, 7 goes into 13 1 time, so you've got 1 whole, and there are 6 left over to give you 1 6/7. 5 goes into 14 twice, so you've got 2 wholes, and there's 4 left over to give you 4/5. And then 6 goes into 10 1 time, there's 4 left over, but what can this be simplified to? If you remember yesterday, we spoke about dividing them by, we started off dividing by 2. If you can divide it by 2, then excellent. Okay, which we can. So it takes it down to 1 2/3, because we're trying to get it down to the minimum fraction as possible. So the smallest fraction is 1 2/3. But it's the same as 1 4/6. It's equivalent, okay? Good job. Have a go at this one. Can you match the image to the correct answer? What is being shown by the bar models? Is it 1 1/7, 1 3/7, 8/14? Okay, we can see that our denominator is going to be 7. We have got 7 equal parts. We have got 1 whole part here and 1/7. Okay, so your answer is 1 1/7. Okay, so let's learn. So what calculation is represented by the image below? Okay, having a look. which calculation is represented. So first of all, what's our denominator? How many equal parts has it been divided into? Now, remembering, so this is a tricky one because I don't want you to think that it's been divided into 10. Okay, it's just showing you the 2 parts to our calculation. Okay, but if you look at one bar model, how many equal parts has it been divided into? Okay, it's 5. So we've got 5 equal parts. How many parts are shaded in the first colour? Okay, so for our first part of the calculation, we've got so many fifths. How many are shaded? Okay, we have got 4 fifths. Okay, and then our second colour, how many parts have we got? 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 fifths. So if we're going to add 4 fifths, add 3 fifths, it's going to be, altogether, we've got a total amount of 7 fifths. Now, can you change that into a mixed number? How many 5s go into 7? It's 1, and there's 2 left over to give us 1 and 2 fifths. Okay, try this one. Harry drinks 9/11ths of his milk. William drinks 8/11ths of his milk. How much milk do they drink all together? Okay, so what fraction did they drink all together? Okay, so we're going to add 9/11ths to 8/11ths. Okay, so have a think here. What are you going to write down? Okay, so in your first box you should be writing 9/11ths plus 8/11ths equals 17/11ths. And then you're going to change it to a mixed number, so it's 1 and 6/11ths. Because 11 goes into 17 one time and you have 6 left over. Okay, so complete the fractions to make the calculation correct. Okay, so we can see we've got 2 empty boxes and the 2 things added together equals 1 and 2/7. Okay, so use this bar model to help you. Pause the video, have a discussion. If you're at home, okay, you can perhaps draw the bar model to see if you can work out what the 2 calculations are going to be when you see the parts. Okay, so think about your denominator. Okay, so what is your denominator? What's going to go at the bottom? Okay, so make sure you've paused the video, have a think. Okay, so we can see our bottom number is 7. We've got 7 equal parts. Now you may not have needed to see that because you've actually got your 7 here, which remains the same. So if you've got 7 equal parts, how many parts are coloured in the first colour? So this one here, how many parts have we got? Okay, we've got 5, and then we've got 4 here of this colour. So 5/7 and 4/7 equals 9/7, but we've changed it to a mixed number, so it's 1 and 2/7. Okay, how about this one? What would our calculations be here? So we've got 1, 2, 3 out of the 7, okay, plus 6 out of the 7th. Okay, now because we were only given the answer, okay, it doesn't matter what fractions you use, okay, as long as the tops of the numerators must add up to 9. Okay, you might have thought of some different ways. Okay, must add up to 9 and the bottom remains 7. Okay, so we need to have a numerator of 9. So it could be 4/7 add 5/7. It could be 8/7 add 1/7. Okay, there's lots of different ways you could do it. Okay, so we already know that when we add fractions with the same denominator, the denominator remains the same, but we add the numerators together. Okay, so like you've just been doing, the denominator stays the same and you just add across the top. Similarly, when we subtract fractions, if the denominators are the same, we subtract the numerators. So let's have a look here. So we have got 11 ninths, okay? Our bar model is split into 9 equal parts and it's showing us 11 of the ninths. There are 11 shaded parts. If we're going to take away 3 of those, how many parts will we have left? Okay, we're going to have 8 out of the 9 parts left. Okay, so 11 ninths, take away 3 ninths is 8 ninths. Okay, what about this one? 15 ninths, take away 7 ninths. Okay, we've got 9 equal parts. 15 of them are shaded. We're going to take away 7. How many have we got left? We've got 8 left, so 8 ninths left. Okay, have a go at writing these fractions in your book and calculate the answers. Okay, so you've got 5/8 take away 1/8, 9/7 take away 4/7, 5/3 take away 5/3. Now, you're probably thinking this is so easy, I don't need to write it down. I would like you to write it down, okay, just to practice writing them out. I'm sure you can do them mentally, okay, but it's just really good practice. So pause the video, okay, and then come back when you're ready for the answers. Okay, so number 1, 5/8 take away, oh, there's another one for you, sorry. Okay, so you can do the other one if you like. So, the answers. 5/8 take away 1/8 is 4/8. Okay, how can this be simplified? What can you divide it by? Okay, you can divide by 2 to give you 2/4, or you can divide it by 4, which will give you 1/2. Okay, so you divide the 4 by 4 to give you 1, and you divide the 8 by 4 to give you 2. Okay, then we've got 9/7 take away 4/7, which equals 5/7. This one can't be simplified. 5/3 take away 5/3 is 0/3. We could also write that as 0. Okay. And then lastly, your extra little hidden one that I gave you. So 1 take away 2/5. How are you going to do that? So you might want to pause the video and have a think, okay? Or if you're not too sure, think about what 1 is. If we've got our denominator, which is 5, what would 1 be equivalent to? Okay, so it would be the same as 5/5. So 5/5 take away 2/5 equals 3/5. Okay, well done if you got that one and worked that one out. Good job. Let's have a go at balancing some calculations. Okay, so it's exactly the same as what you've been doing, but you're not finding the answer this time. You're going to balance them. So remember, the denominator stays the same. So if the denominator stays the same, okay, what is our denominator going to be? So we've got 1/8 add 4/8 equals something add 2/8. Now, we know that 1/8 add 4/8 equals 5/8. Okay? But on the other side here, we've already got 2/8. So 5/8 on one side is the same as something add 2/8. Okay? So we know that 2/8 add 3/8 is 5/8. So it's the same. So this side here is 5/8 equals 5/8 on this side too. So you're balancing, you're weighing them up, you're making sure they're the same. Have a go at this one. So we've got 6/9 add 3/9. Okay, so you can work that bit out first. What's 6/9 add 3/9? okay, hopefully you're saying it's 9/9, is the same as 1/9 add what? Well, we know what the denominator is going to be, don't we? Because that's going to remain the same. So 1/9 add something, it needs to equal 9/9. So it's going to be 8/9. Okay, rewind that if you want to watch that again. Okay, let's try this one with subtracting this time. So we have got 2/4 take away 1/4 equals something take away 2/4. Now we know that 2/4 take away 1/4 is 1/4. But we now need to find out what this box is. So something take away 2/4 needs to equal 1/4, 1/4. What's it going to be? Okay, so 3/4 take away 2/4 is 1/4. 2/4 take away 1/4 is 1/4. Okay, so it's the same, so it's equal, they're balanced. Try this one. We've got 5/6. You're going to take away 2/6. The answer to that one is 3/6. And it's the same as 6/6 take away something. So if our answer on the left side is 3/6, what do we need to take away from 6/6 to get the same answer? It's of course 3/6. Okay. And finally then, before you do your independent practice. So this time you've got 4/5 add something equals 12/5 take away 3/5. So this time you've got addition and subtraction. Okay, so you need to weigh these up. So let's start with the facts that we already know. We know that 12/5 take away 3/5, okay, is 9/5. So now we can go over here, and because it's addition, what can we add to 4/5 to get 9/5? Okay, it's 5/5, or a whole. Okay, so we've got 4/5 add 5/5 is 9/5. 12/5 take away 3/5 is 9/5. Okay, last one. 3/4 or 3/4. So 3/4 plus 1/4. Okay, hopefully you'll realise straight away that's going to be a whole because it's 4/4. Is the same as 6/4 take away what? Okay, so we need our answer to be 4/4 or 4/4, but we've got 6/4. So how many do we need to take away? Okay, we need to take away 2/4. Okay, brilliant. I hope you found those okay. Obviously rewind them as much as you need to, okay? Or if you're in the class bubble, have lots of discussion, okay, about those and how we can weigh them up. And here is your independent practice. Okay, so you have got 3 questions to balance. Okay, so you can write these out in your books. And then whilst you're waiting, can you work out how many different ways you can balance the calculation? Again, if you finish this quickly and you want to have a go at this one, write this in your book as well. And there's more than one way to think about all the different ways you could balance the calculation. Okay, if you're in the bubble, okay, there are some problem solving and reasoning questions for you as well once you've finished this bit, okay, which you can answer in your blue pens. If you're at home, I've put the resources on the website for you. You don't need to print them, okay, you can just write the question down and answer it, okay, the best you can. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to do that bit. It's just if you want an extra challenge just to understand some problem solving, okay? So, pause the video if you're doing your independent practice and then come back for your final thought. Okay, final thought today then. Emily is calculating the missing numerator in the following calculation. She says, I think the missing numerator must be 10. What do you think? Is Emily correct? Okay, do you agree with Emily? If you do, tell me why. Okay, you might want to write this down in your books as well in your blue pen. Okay, you might want to write the question out. This will be a really good thing to do. Write the question out. Explain if Emily is correct or not. If she's not correct, can you explain why? Explain what the answer should be. See what you think. So pause the video, have a discussion about it in the classroom, in the bubble. Okay, if you're at home, perhaps you might want to try it out. Add 10 in where the question mark is and see if it's right. Okay, so let's have a look at the answer then. So we can see, okay, that the whole number is one whole, which means it's 12 twelfths, okay? And then we've got 3 extra. So altogether we've got 15 twelfths. Now, if the question mark was a 10 and we add 10 twelfths to 7 twelfths, that gives us 17 twelfths, okay? Which would be one whole and 5 twelfths, which isn't right. So what should the answer be? It should, of course, be a total of 15. So the missing numerator must be 8. 8 twelfths add 7 twelfths equals 1 and 3 twelfths. Okay, or 15 twelfths. Okay, well done if you got that right. So the answers for your independent practice. Okay, so 3/7 plus 5/7 equals 4/7 plus 4/7. Okay, 9/5 take away 5/5 equals 6/5 take away 2/5. And 2/3 plus 5/3 equals 11/3 take away 4/3. And if you were waiting and you answered these ones, how many different ways can you balance the calculation? There's lots of different possible answers that I have displayed for you. Okay, so well done for your hard work today. Excellent job. It's Friday tomorrow, so one day left and you've got the weekend to relax again. Okay, super work this week. I know the children in the bubble have been doing amazing maths with their fractions, and hopefully you've been okay with it at home as well. I haven't heard any messages or anyone struggling on Discord, which is all good, and I've just seen lots of work coming my way which shows amazing calculations. So keep up the good work, and I shall see you again tomorrow morning. Have a lovely afternoon and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.